Can you be a supernatural being here for a human experience and forget how to be human? The answer is yes. That is the very short answer. We're going to dive in a little bit deeper. For those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Devin. I am actually a Kundalini activator. I work specifically with starseeds, entities, beings, deities of old that are here now for a human experience, or their ancestry is here now for a human experience. And we're in this beautiful time frame right now where we're getting into the golden age, and we are accessing our magic, our power, and stepping back into our divine essence, for lack of a better term. So if that speaks to you, stay tuned because we're going to dive in a little. So for those of you who are here and you know that you're not human, you know that you are more than just in a physical form. And I'm not talking, everyone has a soul, everyone has a soul essence, everyone has an individual blueprint. That is part of what makes us unique. That is not what I'm referring to. I'm referring specifically to starseeds, to deities, beings, entities that are not of human descent, that are of a different lineage. Think of it like back in Greek mythology times, like you would have heard names like Athena, Medusa, etc. Like that's just ones that I know people have heard of, so it just makes it easier to give those examples. A lot of them or their descendants are back here on this plane in this human experience as we speak, living, breathing, and choosing their side again. And what do I mean by that? Light or dark, yin and yang, all of that stuff. Yes, but we're also letting go of the karmic past so that we can move back into a place of magic, back away from what the War of the Gods brought us to. But the problem is, so many of you guys still have so much trapped inside of your soul, trapped inside of your essence, that you don't even realize exactly what's taking place. So let's take a look at your jargon. Are you using a lot of crazy, supernatural, spiritual words that will not make sense to those who don't do a lot of research, that will not make sense to those who don't understand where they're coming from? Are you, when you do energy work, getting so full of energy that you're like vibrating in a way that you just have to like get it out? You have to mess it up. And I'm not talking about like no matter what, we hold a lot more energy than the typical person would be. Hence, we are mostly all neurodivergents. Like our DNA has to be different so that we can hold on to the frequencies of which our soul essence needs. So we automatically fuck with electronics. We automatically fuck with certain things that are very grounded in a 3D and frequencies, etc. That's not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to you start working on someone or doing energy work with someone, and yet like it's almost like it's too powerful for them. It's too much for them. Or some people, they just like really, really get angry at the way that you say things, or the way that you speak. It's not necessarily that you guys just disagree, but you're on completely different frequencies. And so if you are a starseed and an entity and a being that is really wanting to make a difference in humanity and really wanting to make a difference and to grow into yourself and into your space as you are in the human experience, then you need to learn to use the correct jargon and use words that are going to make sense to humanity in and of itself. So I also know there's a lot of us that we get frustrated. We get frustrated with this 3D. Like we think, oh my gosh, what are we? Like, I'm just like a bank teller. I'm just a lawyer. I'm just a teacher. I'm just this. Like, but we remember our past lives and we remember being so much more, and we can get frustrated, but that's because it's not about us this life. If you notice, almost every single starseed and light worker that you have met, because if you're seeing this video, guaranteed you've met at least one, because hi, I'm here. But a lot of us chose humble lives because we had to learn to let go of our own divinity. We had to learn to let go of our own royalty. We had to learn to let go of our own reign, so to speak, and allow partnerships, allow the collective together, allow teamwork, because that's something we lost a long time ago. And it's time for us to kind of put our swords down and begin to work together as a team, to stop thinking that you have all the answers, so-and-so is wrong. We all have moments where we're going to have teachers that change and shift, and we're going to grow with those changes. Like I know the people that I mentor, sometimes they disappear for a little bit and then they come back. And sometimes I tell them, like, I think I've taught you all you need to know. I think it's time for you to step back into your own power and step back into yourself. And there is this essence and this thought and this being that, like, if we are starseeds and we are making, you know, a difference in this life, then we have to do X, Y, or Z. We have to reach a level of success pinnacle to how the 3D looks at it. And that is not the case. That is like kind of forgetting to be human in a way where we are not here for dictatorship. We are not here for royalty. We are not here for being raised higher above than all else. Will some of us step into that place? Absolutely, because we will be at a place of grounding. We will be at a place to be able to speak life, be able to speak light, be able to speak growth to the collective in a way that is humble and also effective at the same time. But most of us are not going to reach a level of success that the world would view as your words making a difference, if that makes sense. But you being in your space, you learning to find love and passion in your current space, you learning to find peace in your current space, that does more for this ascension than any words that you could ever say. Allowing your throat chakra to speak what it is you actually want to speak does more than anything you could ever say. If any of this resonates, if any of this speaks to you, head over to my links in the bio. You can follow me on Instagram and YouTube, especially because we're kind of in the limbo world. We don't really know exactly what's happening with TikTok at this point. Feel free to hop over there. I will just move my videos over to that section as I grow that. Right now, I have a couple of you guys that have transferred over. But if this really speaks to you and you're like, well, I want to know who I am. I want to know how to live this human experience while still embracing who I am. Or maybe you feel like you're so stuck in the human experience, but you know you're not human. You know that you're different, but you can't quite access that yet. I created an entire program for you. It's called my Kundalini Activation Program. It's in the shop, link in the bio. It will bring you back into remembrance of who you are. Like, who are you on a soul level? What type of being are you? What is your lineage? And it's going to allow you to move forward and to manifest and to grow. So if you have questions, shoot them in the comments. I'll respond when I can.